Good evening. Owens admits he was driving drunk the night his SUV collided with a car full of teens, killing 4 of them.
But late this afternoon, the jury decided that he did not cause that crash and that even if he were sober, he would not have been able to avoid it. News 13's Crystal Gutierrez was in the Santa Fe courtroom for the verdict.
We find the defendant not guilty of homicide by vehicle as charged in count 1.
The man accused of causing a crash that killed 4 Santa Fe teens is found not guilty on all 5 counts. Scott Owens held back tears moments after the judge read the verdict. In June 2009, this is the Jeep Owens was driving. The state argued he was driving drunk in the wrong lane and caused a wrong-way crash with a car full of teens, killing 4. Avery Kaufman, who was a sober driver, survived. However, the crash happened in Owens' lane. Owens' attorney argued it didn't matter if he was drunk. He was innocent and told the jury another teen driving behind Kaufman might be to blame. He said she bumped Kaufman, spinning her into Owens' lane that night. After more than 10 hours of deliberating, the jury asked to see the bumpers on the teens' cars again. A few hours later, the judge told Owens he was a free man.
This time, Mr. Owens, based on the verdict of acquittal rendered by the jury, the court hereby discharges you.
As Owens left the courtroom, his eyes welled up with tears, a free man after 2 years behind bars. But he wasn't the only one filled with emotion. Family and friends of the teens who died buried their heads in their hands in disbelief.
It's hard to believe that they came up with a not guilty.
John Simmons' daughter, Rose, died in the crash. She was 15.
They couldn't prove that he did it without a doubt to whoever was involved in the jury, and that's fine. But without a doubt, he in fact killed those kids.
Simmons says sitting through the trial was excruciating, but hearing Owens will walk was even harder.
He's not a free man necessarily. He's free to go out in the world, but I think I don't think he's free.
Crystal Gutierrez, KRQE News 13.
The strategy that Owens' attorney used was not new. 2 years ago, attorney Carlos Fierro went the same route after he ran over and killed a pedestrian in Santa Fe. Fierro argued that despite being drunk, that accident was not his fault because the victim was wearing dark clothing and jaywalking at night and was also drunk. But that jury didn't buy it. Fierro is currently serving a 7-year sentence for vehicular homicide. And Scott Owens will walk away from this case without even a DWI on his record, despite admitting that he was drunk. Prosecutors did not include a DWI charge because they did not want to give the jury the opportunity to find Owens guilty solely on that lesser count. And because the state decided to keep DWI off the table, Owens cannot be charged with it now.